Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Buy Black Business Spotlight web series. My name is Chase Jackson. I'm the Bigger and Better Business Director of the Omicron Sigma chapter of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. The Bigger and Better Business Committee of the Omicron Sigma chapter has established a series of virtual interviews to promote outstanding and impactful entrepreneurs in the DFW Metroplex and beyond. Our goal is to promote individuals who are doing incredible work in our Metroplex and inspiring future business owners of tomorrow. My guest for today is Natalia Trota Gerald. Natalia is a successful and inspiring entrepreneur and author originally from the Philippines and born as a U.S. citizen, now residing in Dallas, Texas. She has a master's in business administration from Phoenix University and an undergraduate degree in health administration and business from Wayland Baptist University. Natalia brings a wealth of knowledge to her work. She's a proud Air Force veteran. She runs her own business called DPTV Tango LLC, where she provides governance, contracts, and consulting to support government missions. She's an active member of Delta Sigma Theta and Garland VFW. The book that Natalia has written is called Little Boss Lady with the Big Vision. This book is in English and in Spanish. She has a very inspirational vision for the little ladies out there who aspire to be entrepreneurs or don't yet know that they have that spark within them. We want to thank Natalia once again for the work that she's done and look forward to the future books to come. All right. So Natalia, I'm here in part to support your business, your great book you've written. We will dive into it and talk about it, but I also want to support you. Your book touches on so many avenues of who we are and what we do that, I couldn't pass up the opportunity to buy the book, but also to spotlight you and the message that you're trying to get out there for little girls and young people, period, as far as being an entrepreneur, if I may.
Yes.
Natalia, tell me about yourself before you wrote the book, just who you are.
Okay. Start from my family. My dad is prior military, retired Army, and my mom is from the Philippines. So I was born in the Philippines, but grew up in the U.S. Um, and I think that gave me a little, the book is kind of in that background sense when the kids read it, because it shows the mix of my heritage, as well as when I was young. Looking back, I actually was an entrepreneur. I just didn't know it. I was always trying to, do a little hustle, make my own money, and just wasn't very known back then. So I was I was blind. But throughout the years, I was in the military, Air Force, for 20 years, and did medical. Thank you. With that, opened up a lot of doors for me. And I've always wanted to write a children's book when I was in the military, just to kind of show how different I was. And I knew I was different, and I want to portray that to other little girls that look like me, that they can accomplish so many things. They just have to put their mind to it, and the resources are out there.
Yes, they are. Let's dive into your book. So, Natalia, your book I want to talk about is Little Boss Lady with the Big Vision. Like I said, I saw the book. I glanced through it at the event I met you at. I'm like, you know what? I've got to get this book to talk to her, to promote what she's doing, because this will speak to some young lady out there, some little girls, and help promote them and, give them that inspiration, that spark to go out and start their own business. So let me put it in the center for you. But that is your book. So I see at the bottom it says series 1. So it's a book 1 out of a series. So more to come, I expect.
Yes, more to come. Yeah, so it's Natalia's series because I want to be able to write other books regarding about other careers and implement them as a business. My bonus son is inspired to be a veterinarian.
Okay.
And I want to be able to speak on that and have a Black veterinarian go to school, and then later on have his own business, because it can happen.
Yeah.
And also touch on potential books on women owning businesses that you don't see women owning, as
Mhm.
far as like maybe auto shop, um, engineer. We don't have too many engineers, and
Right.
implement them in having their own business.
What you just spoke on, it speaks to me, it's women in uncommon places, but that does not mean that they're not there. It's just uncommonly seen, right?
Yes.
So even for me, when I read your book, I'm like, it's a little girl cutting grass. You don't see that often. I'm like, let me finish reading this. What is she actually
Hmm.
doing? So as a business management major myself, an entrepreneur, I'm like, what? This is great. This is great for somebody else. Somebody's got to read this book and know about what you've done.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. So if we can, let's dive into the book.
Yes.
So our first page is Meet Natalia. So from the book itself, I'm not going to read the whole thing because I'm not going to give it away for the people, but
Thank you.
you're into video games, and that's
Yes.
what sparks this. So,
Okay, so her parents couldn't afford a video game.
Mhm.
And so she was motivated to, get a video game. And she decided, since, there was a lawnmower in her dad's backyard, and she knows, how to cut grass, and she had other kids in the area that was willing to help her.
Mhm.
So, and her parents helped her as well to have a concept of, why wouldn't you just start your own, lawn service? There's plenty of people that needs their lawn service done, cut the
Mhm.
grass. And she was in a little military base, and
Mhm.
people are deployed, and sometimes you just don't have that time to cut that grass when your husband or your spouse
Mhm.
is deployed.
Right. And you know what? As any great entrepreneur, as we know, entrepreneurship is all about solving problems. So this is a great problem to solve, and it was a fix for the neighborhood, right? So
Yes.
I love reading the book where even your military neighbor was your first customer, correct?
Yes. Yes.
So, I mean, clearly on a military base, so that would track. But you have that community support immediately. It's not, hey, why is she out there cutting grass? It's, hey, what more can I
Right.
do to help her grow? Let me help promote. Let me support. And that's very impactful for me to read.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. So let's see what else we can find in here. All right. So once again, we talked about the problem of people are away, can't cut the grass. You
Hmm.
saw it, and what I love that you said, your parents themselves said, "Hey, why not go start this business?" Some
Hmm.
parents don't do that often. It's hey, just go start a business. Is how do we do it? We haven't done it, so why would we suggest you go do
Right. Right.
taking that first step? My parents growing up as well, I can relate. It's hey, we're home during the summer, have nothing else to do with me and my sister, and we
Hmm.
start a snow cone business. Got the snow cone machine, this, that, and the other. So we can go and support and buy our own gifts and toys too, right? But
Hmm.
that's not commonly seen where you just go and start that business. It wasn't a whole LLC, but
Right. But it's that concept and getting, the business
right.
and starting it. So that's the
Mhm.
biggest challenges to a lot of people, are feel scared about it.
Right. And when it comes to entrepreneurship, as you know as well, hey, you got to do it scared. You don't know what you're
Hmm.
doing. You have the right support, but you also don't want the regret of not doing so. And once you have dived in and started and gotten your feet wet, it's learning, going through those growing pains that truly makes you that true boss lady or boss man, boss girl, boss boy that kind of shapes who you are. But you can go and get it. You know how to go and get it and make something happen.
Yes.
In the book, you have a friend who also came along with you to start this business. Now, is this a real friend? She's still around, or is this the fictional friend for the
This is
book?
a fictional friend. So,
But no, even still, she was there to support from the beginning, and you need those great friends from day one, right? That'll help you
yes.
cut grass, that'll help you wash dishes, that'll come over and do the chores with you,
That's
right?
right. That's
Right.
right. Make it fun
That's a friend,
and
right?
enjoyable.
Need more of them.
Yes.
No, a great message to still put out there. You can be a friend and support your friend's dreams as well. So, nothing to be jealous over or to get mad because she's doing something right. No, let me go support. Let me show you how
Yeah.
I can be a friend. Love
Yeah.
that.
And later on, Isabel might have her own business. So
Right,
it's
right. You know,
exciting.
look, we'll see you in series 2. All right, we'll see you in
Yeah.
book 2. Um, so Natalia, tell me more about the journey of this book series,
Mhm.
what you're envisioning for the future. But then you have pages in the back as well that I want to talk about as well. So,
So the back also has questions to kind of gear up ideas for the child who's reading it,
mhm,
as well as a journal to kind of say, okay, what do I like to do? And then see a visionary and see if they
mhm,
can put that into a business. Most likely you can.
mhm,
So just opening up their mind into what is possible and putting it down, because
mhm.
when you jot things down, it happens.
Right.
And those are one things that I want to incorporate is writing up your dreams, your goals. When you write it down, it will happen.
Mhm. In regards to Little Boss Lady, what is your vision for the book? Where do you envision your book going from here?
My vision for my book is to reach as many kids as possible and have it in the elementary school,
Okay.
and pre-kindergarten. That's where it starts. So I
Right.
would love my books to be um, placed in those institutions.
Love it, love it. So yeah, and look, that's where the building blocks start, as you noted. So it's
Yes.
inspiration to those little ones. You never know where it can begin. For a lot of us, the books that we read, especially at an early age, had a lot of influence
Yes.
on who we are now. So yes,
Right.
having your book, especially a black-owned book at that, black and Filipina owned book
Yes.
at that, definitely inspirational. I see it going far, very impactful.
Thank
So,
you.
anything else you want to cover for us in regards to your book?
Have another book that's coming out.
Okay.
It's an anthology
Okay.
book with amazing women, and one of the amazing women is me. It talks about my disability with
Mhm.
dyslexic, and at first I hesitated to write it, but then again, I want to be able to reach as many people with this signs of dyslexic. Because I
Mhm.
had the signs, but not really knowing what to do with it. And back then, it wasn't really recognized as much.
Mhm.
So I struggled, and I told the story in the book how I struggled and what others can do now. And there's resources in the back of my story, so they can actually reach out to resources currently on the page. So
All
I'm
right.
excited.
No, thank you. Look, that's even look just full of inspiration. So to have
Thank you.
dyslexia, to write a book even like this, and a book as a part of a first set of series to come, look, you've been hitting the ground running. I can tell your passion has definitely shown through, despite the disability in of itself. Look, you can never tell, right?
Right,
So,
right, yeah.
awesome. Well, Natalia, anything else you want to leave for the people, for the little ones out there, and any message you have for them before we go?
I just want to push out a message on, there's so many resources out there. I just want to inspire you to go after your dreams. It might not be today,
Mhm.
but don't give up on that dream. And anything is possible. There's so many resources out here. Ask for help. Ask your parents. Ask your friends. You never know what that person knows. So, and then you can make it happen.
All right. Love it. Love it. Now, Natalia, once again, thank you very much for the work you've done, the work that has come, and the work that is I know is going to be put in by this great series. So,
Thank
thank
you.
you again for joining
Thank
us.
you so much.